Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Richards lines up on pole position, and it's Esteban Ocon in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Norris, Liam Lawson, Gasly, Stroll, Sargent, Doohan, Hauger, Teo Porcher, Ricciardo, Joe, Bottas, Magnussen, Tsunoda, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Joined once again by Anthony Davidson for this one. And there's a lot of incidents on track recently for this driver. No one does that on purpose. It is part and parcel of racing, though.
Certainly confidence is an important factor. And every time you're involved in an incident, it's not just the car you damage, but that confidence as well. But all the top racing drivers are able to tune that out when the race gets underway and focus on the job at hand.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs. Got that, confirmed. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. Confirmed. No rain expected for the time being. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch. Ocon's behind you. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Copy. Please repeat, you're breaking up. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 11.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 12th. Your last lap time was a 1:13.1. Ocon behind. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 4.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Time last lap was a 1 minute 12.3. Gap to your teammate behind is 17.5 seconds. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message. Repeat the message. Ocon's behind you. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 6.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1:12.6. Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. We don't currently have the data for that request. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. Affirmative, medium tyres at the next stop. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. Confirming that we're fitting intermediate tyres. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Ocon behind. Our gap behind is 6.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 12.8. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Ocon's behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 4.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now and you want to finish the race on this compound. Safety car, no overtaking, reduce your pace. Keep your delta number positive as we form up. Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track. Okay, we're coming up to the safety car now. Do not pass it, you are the leader. Follow the safety car. Please repeat, you're breaking up. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message, repeat the message. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. And there are 18 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Okay, the safety car's coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane. Okay, clear. more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Please repeat, you're breaking up. You're in first position, front of the pack, Ocon behind. And the gap behind us is 3.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. DRS has been enabled, DRS is now enabled. Okay, we're down to 15 laps of fuel left now. So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Ocon's behind you. You're leading the car behind by 4.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go. 13 laps of fuel remaining. Ocon behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. 7.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 17 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:13.0. The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful. Okay, dry seemed like the best tyre for now. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message, repeat the message. You're in first position, front of the pack. Ocon's behind you. Okay, car behind trailing us. 8.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, just 5 laps until the end. Okay, rain is imminent. Rain is imminent. Be careful out there. Ocon behind. Okay, push. Gap to the car behind. 8.4 seconds. Okay, we're on old softs. They've done 21 laps on those tyres, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 13.7. You're leading the pack, that's P1. Ocon's behind you. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 9.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left. Final lap. Push. Yes, great drive. Everyone here is really happy with that performance. Well done, mate.
Richards increases their championship lead. Well, that wraps up sprint. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.